Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Cancer. If Cancer is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so our card tonight is the King of Swords, which equates to the Knight of Swords in the Thoth deck. This is another Thoth deck. It's called the Book of Thoth, or Thoth. And I will not... Oh, did this get wet? I will not attempt to pronounce it in French. I cannot. I won't disgrace the language in that way. All right, let's see what's going on here. And so this is the bonus reading for Cancer. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. And it's free to subscribe. Okay. What do we have going on here? Ooh, that's kind of a creepy looking duck. It's like, okay, so we have the head of a duck right here. You can see the little eye right there. And let's see. Okay, so then we have, it looks like a person standing here with their hand out, and beneath them there's a star. Okay. So let's see. So the duck really is, in my mind, it symbolizes endurance. It symbolizes the ability to kind of change with the motion of the water. If you can think of like a duck that's sitting on a lake and then, you know, a boat goes by and there's ripples and the waves get going and the duck's just kind of riding with the waves, unbothered, just kind of doing its own thing. I feel like that's kind of the energy, just kind of in your own world, in your own lane, focused on the task at hand. You know, nothing is going to kind of throw you off balance. You're just fully committed, fully focused on this central interest or passion, work. Now, I see that we are standing upon the star. So the star often in my mind relates to a goal, a big goal, right? With the star card, I always think of like somebody standing out at night, looking up at the sky, kind of wishing and making plans. And they have this, you know, distant dream, hope, goal to reach. And I feel like you have gotten to this point where you've met some of your most important goals. You have really done some serious work in your life. You have put in a lot of time to get there. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes when we do reach our goals, it's kind of like, what do I do next? I've got to this, you know, to this thing. I've even maybe surpassed it, and it doesn't feel like I imagined it would. I feel actually like I have more to do, or, you know, I need to do more to maintain this thing, or, you know, it's not as fulfilling as I thought it would be. So now I have to like have bigger, bigger goals, right? So I think you're kind of in this place where it's like reevaluating, what is next for me? What, I've met this thing now. The ceiling has risen 1,000 feet. And so, what is next? What is, my next logical move? And so, this is why I think that you're really in this place where you're really, really like, have the blinders on. You're just fully committed to this thing. And it does look like we have like a house here. Okay. It also kind of looks like an A, but we have the house, and I believe that this really is kind of related to, well, and this does too. Look at this. When we turn the duck, it kind of does look like a house over here. We have the roof and the windows and the little door. And down here, we have a little house as well. So I almost kind of feel like it's like, yeah, reaching out this way. Okay, so I kind of feel like you've like reached this goal. You kind of have your domestic stuff set up. You've maybe like, even have the home that like you dreamed of, but now it's like, okay, well, this is actually, I want something more. Okay. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a physical home, but maybe this is like your work. I got the position I wanted at the company, or I started my own company. Now I want more. Now I think, this goal wasn't as bright and, astounding as it could be, right? I could do more. I can get more. I can, make something greater of what I have within my toolbox, right? My abilities surpass all of this. My ability to, conceive, to, use my creative and innovative mind. And I will, and I will, and I will. And I really do. I think that this is just the beginning of this kind of ascension for you. Okay. And I think that the path there, if you look at the path, it looks pretty kind of chaotic. So there will be some ups and downs, but I think that, there's a lot of success in your future here. I even see a person on this little boat, and it seems like, at some point, anyways, that you will be cruising. I mean, just on track to get all the things and more. And now it's just really, I think it comes down to making some pretty, some pretty big choices. And I think a lot of that is like really how much you're willing to put into this, how much time, effort, energy. Is this the priority of your life, or are other things? And that could be, and maybe, I think that so often that can happen as well. We get to a point where it's like, okay, I'm doing well within my work, my business. This has been the priority here. But, we also have all these other things that we have in life, our families, our spiritual life, our creative life, our, maybe you want to travel or, have some time to do other things, explore other things. And so, I think this is where these big decisions are kind of, coming up and presenting themselves. And so, I think that also, and I see next to the smaller house, there's a person kind of sitting here. There's also a candle, right? So I think that this really is a time of deep thinking. And I also think it might be a good time to find some kind of, maybe it's guidance, maybe it's somebody to talk to about your ideas. to kind of like troubleshoot some of the things that you're thinking about doing, or, you know, the things like, how realistic is this? Is this something that's sustainable? You know, is this like a goal that I really have and it sounds amazing, and then but I have no real functional understanding of it, you know. Maybe I need to go out and experience it or talk to people who are doing the things. What I'm thinking of in my mind is like when you make a lot of money and then you're like, I'm gonna buy a boat, you know. And I really think that everybody should go out and talk to somebody who has, you know, bought a boat, and just really see like how much goes into owning a boat, how much the upkeep, you know, how often do you actually get to use it, like, you know, all these kinds of things. So and this is just an example, but you know, sometimes we need to take these dreams that we have, we need to talk them out with somebody who's reasonable. We also need to like go out and really investigate, get on the ground and really go investigate. What does this actually mean in real life? Right? Versus in my head or what I've seen on the internet or whatever. How does it feel? What does it, you know, consist of? What goes into it? Right? So that might be part of this decision making that needs to happen, and research, you know, do the research for sure. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have a key. We also have a water pump and a goose. All of these seem like abundance, abundance, abundance. The water especially. An emotional connection. The goose, though, I feel like there is a temperament there. It's there's a beloved connection, but the temperament is the thing that makes it difficult. You know, it's almost like one moment it's such ease and it feels like it flows both ways, and there's, you know, such deep and great adoration, and then the next thing it's like a goose chasing you, like trying to attack you. But there's still that like golden egg, that beautiful and divine gift that comes from the subtleness, right? The subtle place. And you wonder, you know, is it supposed to be? But it's hard to let go of, right? Because when the water flows like that, when you have that like pump, it's like the water pump that's attached to the well that's coming from the spring, and it's that deepest emirate, you know, the deepest dew of the gods and goddesses, the thing that, you know, when you have been so dry of the deserts, the spiritual and arid place, or it feels sometimes like lacking spirituality, right? But it's so arid, and you know, you feel like you've been walking through it for, you know, 40 nights and 40 days, and you get to that place of the holy waters, the dew, right? The sustenance. And, you know, it's hard to know how to navigate that, you know, as, you know, kind of the currency of the relationship or connection, when there's this other part where there's a huge disconnect, right? You know, and I think part of that, and we see the key right there, and I think part of that is You know, it's like being in the light of the sun, but you can't look at it. You know, it will devour you. It will burn everything down. So you have to, it's like a love from a distance, you know. And so you learn to temper yourself, and I think that's the key. There's the deepest beloved, but sometimes it must go unrealized or, you know, from afar. Okay. Hello, T. What do you think? Let's move over here. Let's see what we have going on over here. T, 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 T. I know, I like to bug this cat. She's my baby. Huh? You my little baby girl. Yes. I'd be embarrassed if you knew how many songs I have from my kitty cats. I'm sure if you have any, you know, pets or companion, I should say animal companion. I don't believe in pets. If anybody is being owned by anybody, these beauties own us. They run us, don't they? But if you have any animal companions, you probably have some songs of your own. Okay, so we have a hummingbird, and it looks like it's not a flower, although it looks like an F, right? But it's coming and it's taking the pollen or the nectar from this flower, this feeder, whatever it is. There's sustenance there again. This is that, you know, that sword energy, the brilliant mind, fast moving, in and out, doing many things at once. And I really feel like you're in your element here. You're in your flow place. You're feeling good as well. We have the apple right here. So the apple is not just like what I like to say about it, because I don't like to talk about health a lot in my readings. I don't feel like that's super ethical, but what I do like to say when I see the apple is this is a time of ease in your health. So if you consider yourself fully, you know, of the greatest health and, you know, not a lot of problems there, you know, it will continue to be like this. If you are somebody who has a chronic illness or chronic pain or, you know, some kinds of things going on, this seems to be a time where there will be ease in your flare-ups or your pain or, you know, the things going on, some amount of stability there. Okay. Now we also have a 6, which is backwards, but we do have a 6, so that's an important number. And then we have a 7 and a 7, so 77. And we have a heart. So I feel like there's a lot of love, you know, and we also have the moon up here, which is important because we're talking to Cancer. And you all are the most lunar beings there ever will be. So you are in your power place. But yes, I do think that there's just an atmosphere of love. Okay. And love and melancholy. And I feel like that's like the way that Cancer just, you know, the most comfortable kind of love. A little bit of sadness underneath, a little bit of you know, just kind of the melancholy, right? Blue, a little bit of blue. You know, and I think that's what that's just what it is. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But it's okay. I get it. So let's see. We have the Mary Magdalene Oracle cards. These are from Megan Watterson. Illustrations by Moonjube. And let's just kind of flip through these. Okay, it says the legacy. The legacy. Love is always legendary. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess. Yes, yes. I'm not going to think about it too hard. Yes. I'm going to do another one as well. We'll stop right here. Ooh. The seventh power. Anger is information. So yes, I need this one up all the time. When we're angry. Can you tell it's bedtime for me? Huh? Is it bedtime? Yeah, mommy's getting silly, isn't she? When we are angry, it's like, you know, that sliver in our foot. We know something needs to be plucked out, right? Something isn't right. Something, it is kind of a secondary feeling. There's something deeper. But yes, the legacy of love. I don't know. I don't like the word legacy, I guess. I think that's where, it's not that I don't like it. I don't know. Yes. The mythology. No, that's not the right word either. Love is always legendary. Love is always legendary. Yeah, I don't know. Love is forever and ever and ever and ever. It is the great equalizer. Yes, it is. Okay, my love. Now you come up here while we say goodnight. All right, Cancer. Thank you for letting me do this bonus reading for you. It is always such... I thought she was going to get my face. She's breathing very close to my cheek. Sometimes she'll like nip me. It is always such an honor to be able to do these readings for you, to bring these messages to you. It is a privilege and all of those things. If you'd be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel so much. And if you haven't subscribed, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. What else? Oh, if you want to leave a comment, please do. I read them all. Be nice though. No, you don't have to be. But yeah, I don't know. People have been really grumpy lately. Maybe I've been really grumpy lately. I haven't been really, just a little bit grumpy. Like, you know, late January grumpy. If you live on the tundra, you're allowed to be a little grumpy. Come, you know, late January, in the middle of February, we are in full cabin fever mode. I feel very sensitive, I think. I think that's the thing. And I'm just waiting for a nice day to be out in the sun. I really need that. So, I don't know. But I love you. And we'll talk soon. Just a few days, actually. Yeah, so take care of yourself. And TT says, good night. Can you say good night? No, she whispered it in my ear. She says good night. All right, goodbye.